Hey friends, it's Ian Khan here at the Robotics Summit. It's the Humanoids Summit here in San Francisco Bay Area. I've got with me Chaoyi Li from Booster Robotics. Here's their humanoid robot. Chaoyi Li, welcome to the Futurist. Tell us what you guys do at Booster.
Okay, so at Booster, what we are doing is we are actually building humanoids. Especially we are making humanoids for in the future for at-home scenarios.
Okay.
But in order to actually bring humanoids to at home, we think there's one key metric that is super important, is that how many people are actually working in this ecosystem as developers building agents on humanoids. So if we compare to like the devices that we use today, for example, the PC, the mobiles, there's so many apps on it, but like for robotics, there's not so many agents on robots yet. So in order to build more agents, we are actually selling robots to developers now. So we are targeting research institutes, universities, tech companies, so that and collaborating with them to actually bring humanoids to the next steps.
Incredible. So what stage are you at right now? Are you in production? Are you researching?
Yes. So we are in production and we sell a lot of robots already this year. So we are actually in mass production. All the robots now we see are actually mass production versions. This year, that's why we are actually able to bring the robot into a really, really affordable price.
Yeah. So this is one of your robots.
Yes.
Tell us about this particular unit. What is this model and what does it do?
Okay, so this is actually a Booster K1. It's the smaller version that we make. The reason that we are making smaller versions is we really want to make something more affordable and more safer, especially so that we can actually go to the education market. We see that for the next generation, students, kids, they need to get used to AI. They need to get used to how to use robots. So that's why we are like seeing, okay, there's a potential in schools, especially high schools, for students to use them as a device for STEM education. So that's why we made smaller ones. And eventually we think that the smaller ones are also easier to go to homes. So in the future, one of the first scenario we would see is like humanoid as companions. So they can walk into homes, they talk to people, they can remind people different things. So that's why we are like doing smaller ones now.
Based on the market that you're seeing right now, and you're based out of China.
Yes.
How is the market in China for adoption and just in the education industry as such, and their schools and institutions are very open to it?
Yes.
Okay.
So currently we already see a lot of like schools, not only universities, they are using robots for education, but also high schools and even primary schools. So they have different layers of education in different schools. So for example, for universities, it's mainly CS, computer science majors. They use it for a device. They teach students how to program on robots, how to use ROS, how to do AI models. Then it comes to high schools. In that case, they teach students how to do better with Python. So they use robots as a device which they can learn about Python more connected to the physical world and AI. And with primary schools, and then it's more like a fundamental education. Like, okay, what is AI? What is robotics? And how should I adapt to it? So the students get a chance to talk to robots, play with robots. So it's different for different places.
Incredible. So this particular robot, what can it do? Does it move around? Can it do something? Can you demo it? You can show us maybe something or tell us about it.
For sure, we can definitely do that. So by default, what we provide is all kinds of motion capabilities. So it runs around, it does all kinds of movements, it does do the dances, and of course it can learn from human. So you can do imitation learning from humans, so whatever a human does is capable of doing similar things. So that's the basic idea. And of course, because robots are just like a computer with arms and legs, and then it's actually capable of doing whatever computers are doing. So for example, we are able to integrate large language models onto humanoids. And in that case, they can actually interact naturally with humans.
In real time?
Yeah, in real time, for sure,
And these large language models are proprietary, or should you just connect it? Will it connect to like a ChatGPT or DeepSeek or what?
Basically, you can connect to all kinds of large language models. So in that case, we can actually see robots which are like heavy large language model. In that case, we can actually see robots. It's the difference between that a large language model on a computer to a robot is that a robot can actually interact actively. So they can simply walk up to you and they can start the conversation.
Do you want to show us a demo of it right here? Let me grab the camera and we'll just do.
We can do this.
Well, I want to see what's going on. Yeah. So we are taking the camera off the tripod, friends, here. All right, here we go. Here's the robot.
Okay, the space is a little limited, but let's start with running.
So really nice walking. It's incredible.
And so, for example, when we talk about imitation learning, it can do things like Michael Jackson dances. Give some space to the robot.
You can move chairs around, it's fine.
Yes. Okay, so we can imagine like there's different movements that dancers can do.
Yeah.
And in that case, like robots are actually capable of learning that from human. And it's similar when a humanoid are deployed into the wild, because they also learn from human all kinds of movements, right?
Incredible.
And not only like dances like this, they are also capable of doing really dynamic dances. For example, they can do a kick, like do in boxing. Right? So quite a lot of things happening on the robots now.
Incredible. And what about communication? Is there communication happening?
Yes. So if we see the robot here, if we connect it with Wi-Fi, it's actually capable of like connecting with things like ChatGPT. The microphones are here, the speakers are here, and also they have the cameras here. So in that case, it's okay for the robot to interact with like humans really naturally.
Oh, okay. Incredible. And so that's the Booster, and incredible. We love it, and I think it's such a cool device. You know, going forward, I think the evolution of these robots is. Have a seat for a second.
Yes.
I think evolution of these robots is just happening right now. There's so much more to see, but it's so impressive. So congratulations on doing this. Best of luck.
Thank you so
in
much.
pushing it and you know, showing the world what robots can do.
Definitely.
Thank you so
Look
much for your
forward to
time.
it.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.